Hi, all you SPMEs out there. Today's video has 3 points, and you're going to want to stick around because the third point is a secret as to the one thing that you need to do to make sure your accountability is in check. So let's get into it. Today's video is why you need accountability for self-publishing. Now, when you're first getting started, our motivation is incredibly high. You feel wonderful about writing your book and getting it out onto the market. All of these things are driving you forward. But you are going to reach a point where there's going to be activities, tasks that are necessary in your self-publishing journey that you are not going to want to do. The question then is, what happens when you meet these barriers? In addition, as we go down the self-publishing path, we discover that there are a number of dead ends. When we're going in the wrong direction, suddenly we see failure kicking in and our motivation level starts to drop. At this point, we need somebody to tell us, hey, you're going in the wrong direction, or what have you done today, in order to keep the progress going. And this is the key issue when it comes to accountability for self-publishing, and we're going to answer that in today's video. This is Chris Baird from selfpublishingmadeeasynow.com, where self-publishing doesn't have to be so hard. Click the subscribe button if you'd like for me to make more videos like this one, because that will help us beat the Google algorithm and make sure other authors get the help they need as well. And check out below me in the description and grab a copy of my new and revised updated self-publishing checklist that will make sure that you're not skipping any of the necessary steps to make a killing at self-publishing, both in getting our books onto the market and also ensuring that they are selling. So go ahead and check that out. Well, when I first got started with self-publishing, I lost my motivation after I'd been doing it, 2 or 3 years. We'd gone through the process a number of times. I trained up some virtual assistants in terms of keeping things moving and all of this, but my motivation level started to drop. The thing was, it was just too much of the same thing over and over, and no particular traction or anything that would be so exciting. So the excitement level starts to drop. It becomes normal. Putting books onto the market become nothing special. It's something that you do, and then trying to get them to sell and running the ads, a lot of repetition involved here, and it just builds on itself a bit, and over time it can start to wear us down. My production began to reduce to just a few minutes of work a week, maybe an hour a week. I had to do a little bit of the accounting work, but other than that, I had reduced down to almost nothing. The monthly money was still coming in, so I was seeing the money and the sales happening on a daily basis, since I was using optimization strategies that I teach in these very videos. And so the books, which are great sources of passive income, were continuing to bring money in. And I was reinvesting the money, but my motivation was dropping, and so even the reinvesting became a little bit of a pain, until I saw that really what I wanted to do was help other authors get their books onto the market and start doing it the easy way, as opposed to the route I took, which was the hard way of doing things, taking confusing courses, reading confusing books, too many steps, overwhelm, and quitting. And so I thought I could go in this direction, but I simply wasn't making the progress I wanted. So what I discovered was I hired a coach, an accountability coach, somebody who would have that ability to focus and make sure that I was at least doing 5 minutes of work a day. Now, it sounds like almost nothing, but it was amazing having to check in with somebody and say, did I do 5 minutes of work each day? Because what would happen is it started to get the wheels turning. Often when we start to, let's say, exercise or do anything for just 5 minutes, it's hard to stop as we see ourselves making progress. So what happened was I was able to increase the work to hours a day, maybe several 2-3 hours, sometimes 5-6 hours a day. And my current business coach has been giving me directions in addition that I knew previously, but I'd never implemented it. The idea of understanding the direction of taking a business in strategic ways. You may have heard stuff, but actually having somebody hold you accountable, for me, was key to making progress. And I don't know if that resonates with you. do you feel that as you're doing that, your wheels are just spinning and that your motivation is dropping and you don't have any accountability? So if you do nothing today or something today, there really is no consequence. And that is a huge problem. So why you need accountability for self-publishing. Number one, it is very hard to stay motivated in the long run. Success comes to everyone who sticks in it long enough. Whatever it is, self-publishing, you stay in and keep on self-publishing books and learning as you go to produce higher quality books, better marketing, and you start to watch those sales trickle in and start to increase over time. With each book, you get that much better. The second thing is I found that masterminds, families, family members, communities, they're helpful, but they just don't work because they're in your family. You're not really paying them to hold you accountable. You know these people personally. They make terrible accountability partners when it comes to doing stuff. You just make excuses. And what if your partners also are making excuses and not getting the things done that they also should be getting done? And the final and the secret answer of the day, it is that what I found, and you will also find if you give it a try, is one-on-one coaching is the absolute best way to stay on track. It's like a personal trainer that's going to help you keep your focus to make sure that not only are you working every day and giving updates every day, but also that you're taking the correct route. You're not trying to do too many things at the same time, and the activities that you're doing are not causing you to waste time where you're using things that aren't simply increasing the amount of books you're selling or the number of books you're writing and putting onto the market. And this is the key role that a self-publishing coach plays into getting your books published. So, do you need accountability? If you do, write yes below in the links and no if you don't. And also, if you are looking for a coach, we may be a fit. You can simply click the link below for a self-publishing coach in the description to let me know, and we can get in touch with each other to see if this is in fact something that could work for you, as opposed to wasting time and spending months on your books. What if you could get them out in weeks? And what if we were able to start building a marketing plan to see those books start to sell? So I don't make promises. I do give guarantees that you will find that you're going to learn the best strategies that are out there, but you'll have to test it out for yourself. It was decisive for me and decisive for many people that I've worked with, but maybe it's something that you haven't considered, but you definitely should. So go ahead and do that and check out above me here for another video answer to your self-publishing questions. Thanks.